Okay. That's all parts together. Synchronicity was just such a delight. This one actually seems to loop pretty decently. For that present properly. It's such a good cover. Remix. One of these days I'll get off my poser chair and properly play SMD1. Still haven't beaten it. Really should. Alright. Just want to make sure this is actually playing. Hey, fella. There we go. Alright, so yeah, I was thinking about doing another Crystal Clear run, and then I played this over the holidays, and it was quite good. I enjoyed this a lot, so I thought it would be a good stream option. Yeah, Pokemon Grease, pretty much. Yeah, I thought it would be a fun one. And then I beat it Like, I got, like, completed the 430 Pokemon in the Pokedex and did all the side quests and everything. So I did everything the game would let me do, minus some bugged things that were incompletable because bugs. So I stopped looking like a week before 2.0 dropped, which added like a bunch of bug fixes and new mega forms and stuff. So apparently they fixed a bunch of stuff, but there was like a slight audio problem with the like first town theme. There's a couple like weird audio hitches now. I don't know what that's about. I've tried my best to fix it, but I couldn't find a solution. So, apologies if it becomes noticeable. So, that's my upfront warning on that. But otherwise, I thought this would be a cute, like, Monday stream affair. So, you know, it's an enjoyable time. I'm not doing the crystal clear thing because this doesn't have, like, you know, secret, like, this doesn't have, like, customizable colors and all that fun stuff, so you can't really personalize in that sense. So, but this is a Pokemon Emerald, this is a Pokemon Emerald ROM hack that looks like a, Gen 2 game. So you might have noticed why I immediately had some appeal to this. But also it does all the modernization options, except for one. There is one that I will get to being a problem later. I do have a fundamental complaint with the one thing that they didn't update in this that every other ROM hack in existence has done updates for. But, you know. And yeah, the Onion has put all of the proceedings and stuff together to finally buy InfoWars after they were being dicked around a bunch by the judge. There was a judge that did that just said no because it doesn't make enough money or whatever, as compared to the Stooges that want to keep paying. Like, all of the other competitors for InfoWars were people yeah, all the competitors for InfoWars were basically just like Alex Jones's friends, and the judge for it was like, well, I don't really see how the Onion's making more money than they are. So that was the reason for basically putting the Onion in like the shithouse and making them jump through like the bazillion hoops despite being the buyer for it. But I mean, this time they've like gone out of their way to get like all of the to get the victims like, you know, backing them on it. So if they really can't rule that it's going to be worse when the parents of the the victims of Jones's shit all agree that the Onion is doing the thing that they want to do, it's gonna look real bad for that fucking judge. So, fingers crossed. I hope them the best. And also whatever legal bullshit that Jones attempts to do at them. Because, yeah, they absolutely deserve it. I mean, they have Tim Heidecker on, and he's, like, the perfect guy to be doing InfoWars. So, yeah, I wish them luck. We'll find out about that at the end of the month. That's on the 30th. I mean, the alternative is pay said victims hundreds of millions of dollars, yeah. So, I think it's 1.4 billion, I think is the total sum out that they ended up with. So, Jones has ended up with on the plate for. So, that's fun. Yeah. So, fingers crossed. Anyway, that's probably enough of that. I mean, actually, that's not a terrible thing to start the stream with, because, yeah, but it's actually one of the few, like, feel-good things happening right now in Hell World 2026. So, yeah. One thing I will also note for stream purposes that is not in style of the original is one thing I have done for this. You gotta name your starter Onion. I was thinking about grass type, so. One thing I have done for this, and you've probably noticed it right now. If you've seen the ROM hack before, if you haven't, you may already understand, you'll pretty quickly understand my problem and why I have made a slight amendment to it. Look how much this, look at this text box here. This is one of two bugbears I'm going to have with this game. So I'm clearing it out now before we get out the gate here. Look at this text box. What can you inform me about this text box? Would it be that it's just a solid white block? And that staring at maximum white FFF or whatever the hex number is, it's just maximum like bright white. Now imagine all of the menus are like that. I have implemented a light shader to this so that it is not completely just maximum white, it is slightly off-white. So you're not getting like eye seared when you open up the Pokemon menu. It's kind of bad. I do wish that they had taken the Game Boy aesthetic and learned that yes, we don't do straight white for a reason. We do slightly off-white so you don't sear your eye globes. So I have slightly tone mapped this with a shader built into MGBA to filter out some of the blue and green a little bit. Still maintains all the colors look right, like they're all the right colors, it's just slightly enough that you're not getting blinded by the white text boxes. So that is a thing that I wanted to address now before anyone mentions it looks funny, or the color looks slightly off. That is why, because I don't like being fucking blinded. Professor Elia, I study paleontology and archaic remains of the Acrisia University, at the Acrisia University, what we call Pokemon. This Pokemon Archon was widely thought to be extinct, and only known from fossils until now. These Pokemon are known as Lazarus taxa, and as from the perspective of science, they're back from the dead. I believe that Pokemon are the key to living in harmony with our natural environments. Of course, these Lazarus taxa aren't the only groups we study. Acrisia University, we want to learn as much as we can about all Pokemon. Let's do some paperwork. Alright, so 1 or 2. I am pale and in fact have a ponytail, so I think this is fitting. Of course, we reviewed your application and we're excited to have you here. Alright, you ready? Our very own adventure is about to unfold. The Ilios region is full to bursting with secrets and find new locations to explore. Your new career as a research assistant and Pokemon Star Trainer starts now. Oh boy, I love being research assistant. Looks like you've made it. Sorry about the rough ride, but there's no public transport here. It's a bit rural around here. Come, follow me. Let's get to the university building. So this track has a weird bit of audio guff in it. It might come up. As you can see, Acrisia City used to be a mining town. A bit past its prime now. But folks are still willing to support the university, so we've continued our research out of here. Looks like a few Pokemon are out and about. As you explore the region, you may find Pokemon wander around like this, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get inside. Welcome to Accretia University. Well, one of many campus locations, but still. Come. Introduce you. This is... Whoa. Come on, Professor. You know sudden movements can scare Duskull. Oh, sorry, Nico. As I was saying, this is Nico. He's a bit protective of his work, but he's a great resource for knowledge. Sorry about the fuss, but when Duskull gets scared, it starts floating through the walls and knocking over the books. I study how Pokemon behave in captivity, learning a lot about Pokeballs and how to care for captive Pokemon. Any questions, or let me know. Sure. It's your cousin Nico. He's gonna, yeah. We need to take him out for bowling. That's one of our side quests. It is not. Probably should be. This section of the building is for Rania. Here, I'll let her tell you what she does. She's more or less your rival. Ray? It is not well phonetically written. Ray. I assume. That's how we say hello here. I'm Rania, and you must be the new field assistant. I study the movements of Pokemon populations across Helios. Part of your fieldwork is collecting Pokemon location data, and I'm the one who goes through and finds the trends. I'd love to keep chatting, but I've got deadlines to meet. Okay. Here's my area of the building. Other students come in and out over time, but they're mostly out doing fieldwork. Speaking of which... Also, there's some conspicuous flags in the corner. It's fine. So, looks like you don't quite have an extra Pokedex on hand, so you know what? Every mistake could be an opportunity. Recently imported a Rotom phone, the Pokedex function from Alola. Should be here, but something's gone wrong. Maybe something is delaying the delivery man. Oh, I've had the most fun idea. How about you go find him? Alright, sure. I've got a few rare Pokemon in my briefcase here. Why don't you choose one for your adventure? Sure. That's fine. Cool. Oh, but it's fine. Alright. So, I'm gonna stick with a grass type, so what do we want? We'll take the polling here. Who wants what? I'm looking at grass types. So, we want what owl, the pointy rodent, or weed cat. I'm seeing weed cat. Alright. I have not done a run with a Sprigito before. Or Chespin, actually. I started just to test this one. Just to test that this was working for stream. Alright, well, I'm not seeing any arguments here, so... Alright. One weed cap. Alright. Well, since Tom got the deciding vote, are you sure you want onion? It's on theme. Alright. Alright, usually the mover brings their shipments up from here and stops the rest of Pokemon in the woods. Why don't you check there? Find a Pokedex. Alright, so I did do a little bit of preparation in case we picked one. I was sticking with the grass type limitations, partly because I did the work for this. Yeah, sure, yeah, you're good. Let me rename to 1. There we go. Is there a black bar on that one? Whatever, I can fix that. Congratulations, all fixed. It's supposed to be locked. Why aren't you locked? Alright, there we go. We now got a little guy for the corner. Fortunately, the ROM hack comes with a sprite sheet, so it was pretty easy to just clip. It'll be pretty easy to clip these out and stick them into our sidebar. It's folktales that ghost-type Pokemon being evil, but this Duskull seems totally friendly. I mean, other than murdering your books, but, you know, that's fine. Yeah, it is fish miscolored. How you doing? How about with the Pokedex analysis? Alright, come speak with me when you have defeated some gyms. Alright. Anyway, trans rights, so on and so forth. Alright, so... You know, yeah, look at this screen. Just take in the ice here for a second. Imagine if this was untreated and you just had to look at the pure white embrace. This is at least tinted down so that it doesn't give you complete eye bleed. But even these are just white. It's rough. This menu is a little better. Alright, so what do we start with? Got good speed. Alright, I got a decent stat spread. I actually don't know what masker something. Whatever its final form is. I don't know what its actual arrangement for this is. So I think it's a physical attacker, so we have a good nature. Nature is kind of the one thing you have to worry about, because there is... Turns into an upright cat with auto-crit move, physical grass. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because, yeah, you can edit IVs and EVs here if you want. But you don't have to do the grind TMCR every time. You can just do manual editing. The manual editing for EVs sucks ass, though. Like, you can do auto fall or not, but that's about it. It's not great. Don't try to be very granular. You have to do that. It's every single tap at a time. It's not great. But I'm not really going to bother with EVs for the time being. And there is one other thing I want to do before we get ourselves going. We can pick a frame if we want. Honestly, the one that I like is just the round corners. And I put stereo on. So now if you hear the weird discordant pop, that'll be in your left ear instead of both of them. So yep, all the Pokemon do follower stuff. It's not as nearly as interesting as it is in Crystal Clear. Basically every area is going to have one of these guys. I'm a student from Acrecia University. I'm looking for Pokedex data for all land Pokemon in the city. If you've caught all of them, please let me know. So these guys are going to be really important in a couple areas. They have two things of note. They have specialty items that we want and TMs. The specialty items range from free outfits and yeah, from free outfits to the stuff like the travel PC. So like you can just pull up your PC whenever you want instead of having to come all the way out here. That's a thing you have to do one of these side quests for. Unfortunately, locking interesting mechanical features like that behind the system does mean that you check every area, like, incessantly. But it also means you run out of cash instantly because there are 430 Pokemon to catch. So there's a lot, and the game does not give you sufficient cash to be getting all of those Pokeballs. Alright, a new customer to the inn. Wait, I can't believe it. You're the 100,000th visitor. Yeah, I got it right the first time. My brain just second-guessed it. The system Pokemon Center ends. Congratulations, you won a free lifetime membership. Alright, so you can now just skip time. We don't really need to right now. So an interesting feature of this game is that it has a day-night cycle, which is broken down into morning, day, dusk, and night. And each one is, I believe, like a full day is 45 minutes. So it's currently noon. So it has a time thing, but it's not like limited to literal time, like real world human time. So this is imminently easier to stream because it's not always nighttime like it is in Crystal Clear for us. Alright, there's a good item up here. Alright, keeps the town busy. New research assistant. Here you go. Unlucky egg. Alright. For the moment, I'm gonna let you keep the Oron Berry, because I don't have, like, potions or anything. Alright. Remember, it looks like it's floating. Neat. I should get a Pokemon like a Tropius, you know. I grow fruit. Grammar, but it's, I've got to go snacking on a slime trail. Yeah, it's like poison. It eats garbage. You maybe don't want to follow up that. Pokemon are the cutest. I've always wanted to learn more about Togepi. Okay. Come back with an entry of Togepi. What you guys want to do is sit and watch TV. Where's your sense of exploration? Look, I was told to go get a phone. Everyone here is so obsessed with Pokemon, but I'm more into my electric guitar. I just don't see the appeal of being a trainer. We haven't heard the right kind yet. Others talked about a Blitzel. Electric-type Pokemon with awesome stripes. Maybe if I see a Blitzel in person, I'll understand what all the fuck is about. Alright. One side quest. Find a Blitzel. The Ilios region has stats from different, have stats different from other areas. Neat. I am at a disadvantage against bug types. Give me one quick sec. It is coming out a little quiet. Should be a little better. No, but they might know Poison Sting. Critical hit. Okay, just tackle. We're good. Alright, Onion has slain its first insect. I know you just have Scratch. Actually, you're a ground type, so I can just leafage you. Your damage evens out. Yeah, String Shot is a 2-point reduction. Yeah, that's one of those weird things you don't realize until, like, you actually read the verbiage on it. You're like, oh, what? It's a 2-point reduction? It is, in fact, double Sukukaja. Or, Segunda. Oh, suddenly this is a very scary fight. I think I remember even making a direct note of that when I played through this. I was like, oh, this section's actually scary if you picked Grass type. I think they also have a flying type. It's that or it's the Hoppip. I'm thinking one or the other. Level 5 Grubbin. Ooh. This could be scary. Nah. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm cool. You want to just keep lowering speed. There we go. Okay, something I can use. It isn't more leafage. Onion has learned to bite. My brain is just stuck in the that like really bad pathologic sub. The guy says, "Hey, Onion." That is like where my brain is at right now. Yeah. I am gonna do this real quick. I think I can buy... Oh, I can just buy Pokeballs right now? Cool. Buy a potion and buy... I forget if the game's just gonna let me use those or not yet, but... Right now. It's currently on Joel strapping 5 full gas canisters to the ATV and running around wielding the works overhead like a weapon in the middle of the night. That sounds like something he would do, yeah. I've seen Ollie play Voices of the Void a bit, and it looks interesting, but I don't know if I have the patience for it. Like, I understand his appeal of it. But there's just something about it that's like... I feel like I'm just not going to click with it. Which, I mean, I've been wrong before. I clicked the hell out of... I clicked the hell out of with Abiotic Factor, and I was like, I don't really know if I'm gonna quite do that. And then, and Astroneers also kind of had a good groove to it. So, I mean, again, I'm willing to be proved wrong, but Gonna try when it gets a full release. Yeah. Which is, who knows whenever that's gonna happen. No, I'll at least been here the whole time. One of the weird, like, random occasions where, somebody hasn't chatted and they actually show up as a number on the stream for a change. I don't understand Twitch analytics. Do not, even slightly. Because, yeah, I stopped and checked and I was like, oh, why do I have, like, 4 viewers all of a sudden? I almost never have this many at, like, start of stream. In case you missed it, if you're wondering why the cat is named Onion, it is in hopes that the Onion wins their bid to buy InfoWars. It only just went from pre-alpha to alpha. Steam release is planned for who knows if it will live to see it. Yeah. Yeah, I imagine that they're gonna have some difficulty, because, like, I mean, you got what? Like, I assume Kerfer is, like, copyright owned by a Swiss company. So that might need some changes. I guess it's super rocky up here, huh? South of here is just Mailtown. The town gym is based around farming. It uses grass and bug type. Yeah. So dual types are the thing for this game, for the gyms. I'm gonna save my strength here. Alright, give me your stuff. I know you've got a Rotom phone in there somewhere. Get out of here. Work Team Chimera is none of your business. You have to help me. This guy attacked my Mudbrain and is trying to rob me. That's a big ass car, like, wagon. Alright, quit stalling for time, I've got the good stuff. I've knocked out your Pokemon, I'll knock out you next. Don't stop me, teach you a lesson. Alright, meet the Team Rocket. They changed the S to an R and it doesn't deliver food, so who knows how legal that is. Yeah. Like, it's dubiously legal. I was kind of up there with, Lisa. Lisa had to change when they did, like, a big, like, through a publisher release for the HD remaster, I should say. They had to get rid of the Duhan Grunt. The Duhan Grunt from Shenmue. Because they used that in the Work Harder song, which is, like, one of the best tracks in the thing. And had to replace it with his own voice. Like, oh no, that's not gonna fly. I know, like, Off also has a couple weird things like that as well. Like, it was just kind of like of the time. Okay, this could be, like, complete dicks, or it could be fine. Leaning the prior. I have a potion. Okay. Pokedex is a key to our plans. We need to know the most where we can find. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. You can keep running your mouth. Yeah, I mean, they sold it initially just fine. I think they changed it because the publisher probably noticed it. Went, that's not worth the risk. If there is one thing that I will give Reforged credit for is that they did convince Jorgensen to cut out the racist joke for the Black Power Ranger bit. I do appreciate that, because he was like, oh, yeah, no, that one's bad. And I went, yeah, my bad. Someone pointed that out, and he went, oh, right. Yeah, that doesn't look great. So, no, there's a couple bits in there. Lisa's always going to be messy, but yeah, I'm cool with them taking that out. It wasn't funny in the first place. Thanks for saving me, buddy. You're in Certain University. Turns out that's right where I was headed with the delivery. I've got to stay behind and clean up this here. Here, take the package and bring it back to the university. Alright, one parcel. Oh, I think it was like... Yeah, I think in 1.1 it was like, well, I just gave you the Pokedex then and there. I was like, sure, that's supposed to work. I still gotta deliver the parcel. I just took the phone out of the parcel and just like, yeah, it's mine now. Yeah, I don't know the details on the source requirements, because yeah, that is a very... that strikes me as a really weird one, because it's like trying to pretend to be a source engine game, but it's not. And it's just using all of the parts. So yeah, that has me curious as well. They're great sound effects, and I absolutely don't blame them for wanting to use them, but you know, I am curious. Did you find that last delivery yet? Ah! Its delivery cart was attacked. Well, I'm glad everyone's okay. Here, I'll enable your phone's Pokedex function. Alright, this one has various other functions besides the Pokedex. It can view your ongoing quests and the region map. Also, don't forget XP share and outfit box. Good idea to train your Pokemon for battle in case troublemakers come. Why don't you battle the gyms and find out while you're in the region? Alright. So, first gym is south of here. Cool. So XP share is fine. We have the phone. I think this game does... don't remember if this one does... Because again, it's been like 3 months. My brain is mush. They did a... I think this one does like level cap-ish stuff, but it's not like hard cap. Alright, so we got a Sprigaito. Or Sprigatito. Alright, was thought to closely be related to Litten, but is now thought to be a convergent evolution. Gains energy from the sun and soil. I'm not really sure it would be convergent evolution, it's just cat. There are a lot of cat options. But yeah, there's a... Yeah, 360. Yeah, there's a decent sized Pokedex. I think it's 430. Yeah, convergent was a thing that Gen 9 started going on about. It's basically regional variants of Pokemon that are slightly too variant to be like its own, slightly too like variated to be its own thing. Like there's Diglett and then there's Wiglet, and Wiglet is an eel that looks like a Diglett. Or Toadsacruel, which is a mushroom that looks like a Tentacool. So it's basically regional forms without being regional forms. It's we have Gen 1 Pokemon at home. Which is a mean thing to say, but it's what it is. I mean, right, yeah. Yes, hello. We had this discussion like 5 minutes ago. You're a real friend. Wow. We're friends just because I remembered your name, but alright, sure. I'm only supposed to give you a few Pokeballs, but I made my day, so I'll make yours. 10 Pokeballs. And 3 Great Balls. Alright. Power of friendship. Alright, so now we can start catching stuff. There is a Dex Nav in this game. It shows up in as your prize for beating Gym 2. So that'll be very useful in getting our hands on everything in the area. Alright. For the time being, we just replant stuff. Stay soft and slowly, yeah. Oh, thanks, Onion. Great job. I was like, go lightly damage that thing, and it was like, I'm going to assassinate it. Okay, no, it would have just died anyway. Okay. Noted. Alright, we'll use Leafage then. Which might, in theory, just do the job. Okay, you probably won't die from scratch. Yeah, I'll say Grimer's pretty chunky. This is how cat versus bird work. I mean, cat is at the disadvantage, theoretically. Statistically, no. Oh, come on, get in the ball. You're a goop pile. You're in the like 30%. Just get in there. Thank you. Alright, I'm not planning on Grimer. The only thing I know off the top of my head for Final Team Comp is there is one thing I want to grab. Because I didn't know it existed until I saw this game apparently had it. Which added in the recent update that I found out about like 3 days ago. Well, you goop. Alright, so we got a poison type with us for now. What, physical wall? Yeah, it's basically physical special wall. It's basically high HP and physical special. It has slightly better special, I believe, and then higher... it has access to, like, acid armor, which is double defense. If in doubt, Dragon Quest names, yeah. Yeah, that was kind of why my brain immediately went to Goopy. Yeah, to Goop. That should do the trick. This one, one thing I will definitely give credit to on this ROM hack is I believe if you find a Pokemon its regional form will also be in that same area. You just have to come at like a different time of day or whatever. So Ice Sandshoe should be around here. Or nearby. Just have something on hand. Hmm. Why don't you roll up an 8-ball and fly at things? Like a roller. So there's overworld Pokemon that show up. You can interact with them, and they also interact with the decks. They also can show up as shiny, by the way. So that is a way to also identify shiny Pokemon. So yeah, there's a lot of nice stuff in this. I believe I can't go to the left because... yeah, there's some guy with a Larvitar. Which, like, jealous, I want that Larvitar, but, you know. Well, I won't even be able to run with Larvitar, because Cat is also Dark-type. Ruins of bygone times are haunting. Leos is covered in them, and are thousands of years old. You never know what you'll find under a rock. Cool, a rock. I found a piece of candy under this rock. Yep, I don't have cut, so I can't get through there. They are also both green, this is true. One is a slightly more fluorescent green. Okay. I've not acquired Bird yet. Pulling out as much of the Pokédex as possible is kind of important. You should survive a scratch. Yeah. You are basic bird, so you should be easy to catch. I'm flying. I don't know the name of it. I'm checking. Okay. Eerie. Well, actually, no, because it turns into like an eagle, right? And the eagle is in that. Yeah, okay, never mind. What? Nah, I don't think Chimera works. It's a woodpecker that turns into a toucan. But I don't want to do Woody, because... Hey, Woodsy. It's not cool to be Magic Chimera. Yeah. This is a little woodpecker for now. Like, I can actually think of the thing in this game that I would call, like, Chimera, based on Dragon Quest. Which also has a custom Mega Evolution, even. And we won't be using because it's a Dark type. Small dog. There you go. I got a Dragon Quest name. That also works for a dog name. Again, there are other good things to be calling Dogmobile. Again, I can think of things off the top of my head that are in this game that would Dogmobile would fly much better for. Alright, I'm not gonna get too in the weeds with collecting everything right now. Scary Man is gone, thank you. Alright. Close call. I've got away with a few trinkets, but nothing too valuable. Phone shipment was unharmed, right? You can use that to check your Pokedex and stuff, alright. Okay, what is the button for... yeah, there we go. L. L is for auto run. I'm gonna get caught in a double battle, that's fine, I have Goop. Goop should be fine. One thing that I'm not accounting for in the fact that this game has, like, audio, some weird audio guff, is apparently some of the music is off-key, if that bothers anybody. Apparently the mod creator has, like, hearing problems. So... because, yeah, there are multiple bug reports of, hey, the music is off-key. Someone was like, yeah, no, they said they just can't hear good. Like, yeah, okay, relatable. Which is a thing that I just didn't really notice myself. Being not particularly musically inclined, either. Someone who enjoys music, but, yeah, I don't entirely... don't cotton on that great with it. Alright, that is... Leafage is non-contact, so... give him a reap. But yeah, the way this game works, it relatively encourages you to have a, like, living dex. So... Memories of Sapphire, yeah. Static continues to be... trouble. Onion's doing her job. My adventures in Gen 9 Pokemon, I played with the crocodile. I liked... Fuecoco is probably the one design I personally like in the set for Gen 9. Claws. I will take that over Tail Whip, yeah. Home Claws is good because it gives you attack and accuracy buffs. Yeah, sometimes it's just gonna be weird affects like that. Might pull bullshit with some not 100% accurate down the line, yeah. It's for the moment just a safety move. I'm not too worried about keeping it long term, but I did want it on hand just in case, because, you know, at this point in the game, like, you know, sand attack can show up in things move sets, so which will mostly fall out of favor as you go a bit further in. Alright, find all the land Pokemon in the Southern Bronze Fields and let me know. Water types, you say? There. Poison types. Did I misread that? I probably misread that. Why do you let in that water your plants? Yeah, unfortunately, Scratch is kind of my strongest option here. Okay, there's our water type. I was like, okay, maybe it did say water type. Poison isn't gonna stop me from kicking her ass. I'm here to scare every bug and bird and cat away from the garden. Yeah. Mud Slap. That too. Also Mud Slap, not just Sand Attack. Probably best to go backwards at this point, huh? There's poison. Oh, good one. The fact that's basically 50-50. Okay, yeah, you'll be much better. Alright, you should survive a swipe from Roller here. I can cut this even closer. As long as it doesn't poison. It might not faint from poison, it might survive with like 1 HP. Always like, yeah, it'll be fine, and then like, crits happen, and then poison happens, and it happens surprisingly frequently for me. In the game's like, there's no such thing as overkill. And I'm like, cool, great. Alright. Now it gets to die in your team. This is not a Nuzlocke or anything like that. One club army. No, we can go the old Paper Mario route here. Play a club. Here we go. Hey, a Hoppet. That's fine. I don't have to worry about the poison. It is 4:03. Alright. There's like 2 or 3 areas where the game just becomes kind of a bit of a stretch. And just involves going backwards to other places. There. Oh yeah, we should do a little bit of prep too while I'm at it. Now that my party is full. This is just how I do Pokemon. Pokemon Center. Or... I think I like Pokemon Center. I'll go with that. A little visually janky for some reason, but... Okay. Gotta do our menuing. It's important. One of those little things that will bother me eventually, so let's just get it out of the way. Stream 1 is a good time to lose my mind to neuroses. You're a very average duck. I quite enjoy the backgrounds in this game. They're quite good. There we go. Yeah, I'm fine with duck. Oh, I know what to call you. Mad Goose. Gotta retain the Dragon Quest. Alright, Inkata. Don't got one of you yet. I don't think a harden is enough. There we go. I mean, I named your roller, so I gotta give you a roll out, at least for now. I will take that over... Poison Sting. I've already got Poison Gas on hand if I need it. I mean, it's a ninja, so... Gotta be Dr. Wily. As we all know, he is a ninja. It's a very important character lore. And this Bouge Lord bouging it up with Pokemon Green, but fancy and made up bouging. Hey, Doc. I'm not even playing Pokemon Emerald. The Gemeralds. Featuring Knuckles the Knuckles and his fist nipples. somebody modded up this Pokemon Emerald to be something else. Is this cat made of weed? Yes, it is a cat made of weed and it is named Onion. Look at Onion. This is Onion. Onion is named after the Onion. In hopes that their buyout will go well. On today, oh yeah, I didn't even think about today being 420. So technically, even back in my day, that was how that accounted for you. Although I guess is Bulbasaur actually a reptile? Bulbasaur is kind of more of a frog, which isn't a reptile. I mean, it's named Bulbasaur as if it's a dinosaur, but it's modeled after a frog. I'm just saying, it is worth considering the thought. Oh, Fomantis. Gonna have to get taxonomic, yeah. I mean, any good discussion on the matter would require. Yeah, Fomantis is from Gen 7. It is a plant pretending to be bug. I quite enjoy Fomantis. More like cut bug. Yeah, it's doing me a bit of a rude here. Because I think cut is changed the type in this game to be bug type. There are a couple, like, ROM Hank changes. It sleeps and soaks up the light, and then gives off a sweet, refreshing scent. Cutiefly gather near the tall grass where Fomantis are hiding. They evolve into Lurantis, which is also quite good. It is mechanically fine. It basically wants to be a glass cannon, but it's too slow to functionally be one. But I like them. They are fun, and I am also a sucker for mantises. I'll call you Mantid. Because if I call you that, that'll actually make you a mantis. That's how that works, right? If I just call it that, that's what it is. Like if I call Bulbasaur a dinosaur, it's actually a dinosaur, right? Not a frog with a plant on its back. I'm gonna go for the shot here. Alright, cool. Like distractions. I have to do some defog. That's handy. Is this normal ponyta or is it... Let's see, alright, it is not the fairy type one. Okay. Alright, Goop, out you go. Monster Sleep post Venusaur pictures. Yeah, it's very frog-like. Like, have you ever actually seen it animated? Like a 3D Venusaur. It moves like a frog. Okay, name what kind of dinosaur it is. Like, you're gonna have to convince me with, like, what is this actually modeled after? Wow, but how did that hit? Okay. Gonna take the L. Alright. Only because it involves the word beetle. Well, sure. Oh, I did not need to use that potion. I thought the forest was right here. Find my heart scale, I'll be in your debt. Alright. So yeah, there's like 3 quests to find heart scale. And you're basically not gonna find any until you suddenly have like a million of them. Okay, I'm not gonna plant these yet, I have my reasoning. I planted the ones back in town because, you know, when are we getting back there, but... You know. Okay. Welcome to Josmail Town, Berry Club. What's this? I can't smell the scent of fresh grass or fruits on you. Must not have fought Polymania yet. Oh, no, this won't do. Alright, come back when you've beaten the Josmail town gym leader, darling. Don't take it to heart, hon. It's just the rule of the owner. Gets a little, well, intense. Okay. Can't get into the berry club yet. This guy's blocking the road because that flower is weirdly impassable. Polymania, yep. Not the Pokemon found in Ilios weren't from here originally. For example, Apalm was introduced by traders from a region across the sea to the south. The Pikapak aren't native here either. We've had a big impact. Alright. Trying to catch some rockin' Pokemon from my band. It's mostly just cute Pokemon around here. That's could make a cute rock band. You know, I just talked about Paper Mario. This is Paper Mario music. Yeah, like, okay. I'm sure this, like, pink and white grid pattern is great for the bitrate. Man, playing with pizza's hard, yeah, I imagine. What you do when the polygon's on you? I don't know, you'd have to ask Golly. Alright. Give me that stack there. 2 potions on hand, I should be okay. Ugh, lots of bugs around here. Cute, but their little legs scare me. That broken well, it's actually a wishing well. It grants wishes, really. Sometimes my friend and me throw wishing stones in the well, or wishing stars down the well. Here's a few for you. 3 wishing stars. Alright, let's go make room. Alright, so wishing stars are interesting. They're basically Wonder Trade. And I think they're basically any Pokemon that isn't a legendary. I believe in the old rumors about the Wishing Well. Maybe I'll get a Pokemon strong enough to defend the town. We've heard Team Chimera raided Arios town, and their gym leader's gone missing. Supposed to be the strongest gym leader in Ilios region, but Team Chimera still overran it. Oh, that sucks. More than meets the eye. Use wishing stars in the well. Alright. Veneor? Alright. I mean, considering I'm literally listening to Paper Mario music, I mean, I gotta call you Twinkle, because it's the name of the little star in Paper Mario. Witten. Okay, wait, what's the opposite of an onion? We have onion, which is grass type, so we need an opposite of onion. Or are we sticking to, like, the Onion and InfoWars thing? Fennel. Yeah, that's also like an allium type plant, yeah. Also garlic. Garlic would fit into the Akira Toriyama verse as well. We have so many good angles for this. I was not expecting the Litten out of this. Yeah, I think garlic is the right call here. Because, like, when Litten evolves, it becomes Incineroar, and Incineroar is, like, just a giant muscle dude version of Litten. Which is what happens to Garlic Jr. in Dragon Ball Z. Goes from, like, the little guy and then turns into, like, giant swole hench guy. I think that's the right call. There we go. Alright, so... has a regular old ability. Actually, I never did check brain fart. Onion has the standard one. Okay. I think sometimes they can have the special one. In this one. I know that they have a couple ability mix-ups in this. Because I was using Greninja had a good one that wasn't just like protein again. That I was using for a while there. Hey, what color are you? I can't actually tell. Alright. Well, I am going to keep you around for now, but I can't really hold on to you because you turn into a dark type, and I don't want to double up on types if I can help it. I'll give you the good stat spread. We'll keep Garlic Jr. around. Alright, we got one more to go. That looks like Hisui and Voltorb. So... plant Voltorb. What if Voltorb was made of wood? What orb? Wood orb. Yeah. Orb. Yeah, you're Hisui and Voltorb. Okay, I made a correct assumption on that. Based on color. Stat spread isn't terrible. It's probably worth holding on to. It's based on the ye olde Hisuian Pokeballs that were made out of wood. Entirely out of wood. With like a metal clasp on it. Alright, instead of Minior, give me you... Actually, no, which one of these is better? Ducklet is... Terrible attack, water, and defog. Okay, you don't have a flying type move. You have Peck. Alright, that's fine. I just need something. Onion on his own is kind of bad, or Onion on our own isn't great. Goop is fine. Garlic Jr. will be okay if I can get some levels on him in there. Alright, yeah, it has stamina. Yep, talk to everyone because side quests might happen. Alright. Alright. Olnia. Olnia. Use of nature's hymns. Alright, this one doesn't have any funny gimmicks, it's just grass and bug. It jumped a little bit like King's Quest Town theme. Kinda. I know a handful of these are copy overs, because like again, like the one in town itself is from Paper Mario. Even my bad at music ass can tell that one. And it wasn't Mega Man, it was another platformer track later in the game that I recognized. not a bug type. Which works for me, because that means I can throw leaves at you. Garlic Jr. learned Growl. Very Garlic Jr. thing to learn. Alright, tackle. Bug type. Look, all I've got to say is there is a reason that Shoonies aren't in my ancestry list in the Pathfinder campaign. Ugh. Which, yeah, I haven't gotten everybody together on that, at least. I'm just waiting for Numa to show up in that, but yep, I'm looking forward to that. I've actually spent all day doing prep for stream. For stream and for session today. Oh. Oh, yeah, crit. Okay, might serve. No, okay, never mind. The defense partially fell. Yeah, they're not surviving another one of those. Very funny. You're bulky, yeah. Type effective. Yep, that's a -2. I don't remember if Acid Spray has always been a -2. He's going to Rock Smash. Well, that's helpful. Try to learn Rapid Spin. I don't think you need that right now. Alright, let's go get touched up real quick. Fortunately for me, this is right here. Much of a maze if you only go in one direction. I like it better in here than outside. Temperature controlled. I mean, fair enough. Okay, I checked. String Shot is 2 stages as of Gen 2. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. I knew it was, just... It was like, in my head it was kind of like both are right. Yeah, Gen 6 and 9 did some, like, notable move tweaks. As far as I'm aware. 7 also did a couple as well. You're kind of behind the ball on both of these, huh? You actually know a fire-type move? You do know Ember. I'm gonna send out Woodsy for now, though. Just because of level. Yeah, there we go. Wait. Cutiefly? Carl Jr. will be fine. He's not dark type yet, so. Okay, there we go. Alright, cool. Good. Nothing bad happened. Over here, talk to you. May as well get all the fights in. Yeah, but you're also ground type, so I can just fire grass types at you. Nice. Thanks, Onion. Magical Leaf. That's not a particularly good ability for you. But I suppose it's better than Scratch, because it can't miss. For the time being. I don't know if you're a splitter or a great physical user. And Sage. Should be fine. We got Bite. We're good. The math is in. Yeah, pretty much. Ooh, that's gonna be useful. Alright. I think we might not even really need to heal here. Alright. Welcome, welcome. I'm Pomnia, Muse of Hymns and Agriculture. See, this is your first gym battle, Wonderful. Pokemon are all caught and raised on farms around the Helios region. If you can beat them, yeah, I think we'll do okay. I have Paralysis and Fire on hand. Alright. You are Fairy type, but a Bite is not good against you. I don't think you actually have a Poison type move yet. No. That's fine. Good start. Alright. Paralysis is fine so far. Yep. Goop's doing us good. Roomish. You could be nasty. Bring Orb. Roomish isn't the scariest thing, but because I know what their signature is, obviously the goat from earlier. Or Skiddo, whatever that is. Gen 6 is the one I am least familiar with. The only generation of Pokemon I have not played. come on, you're bullying the orb. Stop that. Alright, good switch in turn. What, do you have loaded dice? Is that what you're telling me? I don't have to switch into this, so... Yeah. Everybody's wasting turns. Go, please! You were doing good! You were doing so good! Alright, there we go. Alright, its accuracy is like halved at this point. Start swinging. Look, Shroomish can learn Leech Seed, so I just kind of didn't want to play around with the chances here. Does it have a chain shot ability or whatever? I shouldn't. It's either getting very lucky or it has loaded dice. Because I think Chain Link does, or Skill Link does maximum numbers. You always do 5 attacks, but I believe that's how that ability works. It's what makes Mega Heracross completely game-breaking in Rogue. Makes it just completely unhingedly just win the game button. And because it has such a diverse enough move pool, it has what? It's fighting, it has multi-hit moves for fighting type, bug type, rock type, ice type, and I'm thinking that specifically. It gains access to like Scale Shot, I think, for some reason. Or it's like one of its secret moves. Which is hysterical. You know what, while you're here anyway. I had a feeling you were going to do that, so that's kind of why I was like, I'll just stick this out, because I'm not interested in taking and dealing damage right now. I would like to just reduce your ability to fire off Leech Seeds at me. Ah. Leech Seed gets him. Okay, well at least we got one. Got one off. Alright, and then Wood Orb. If you can get a... Other wave off. Yeah, there we go. I was about to say, you better be faster. You're a Bolt Orb. Perfect. And it's a special attacker in Skiddo's Grass type. I think that there was a change in this, because I think Skiddo is supposed to be, like, normal and grass, and then it evolves into, like, ground and grass instead of grass and normal. I think. Alright. And Garlic Jr. has the advantage here, so go for it. And thank you, Mudslap. Paying dividends. Not that that was going to be enough for it to survive, but still. Well, it was moving as a hymn. Alright, you've earned your first badge. Oh yeah, I forgot to give Onion the lucky egg. Harvest badge is a sign of an upcoming trainer. You've proven that you can form a close bond with your Pokemon. Use the HM cut outside of battle. Oh, forgetful of me. Take this before you go. TM9. Its name's Bullet Seed. Alright. Oh yeah, we got an outfit box at some point. So yeah, there's a couple outfits. There's a couple secret ones as well that you can get. And yeah, as you might have guessed by some of the signs in here, you can also just pick whatever you want whenever. That's neat. Oh, it changed it on me on. Whoops. I did not hit yes, I just hit quit. Alright, so need is yeah, 25 per is pretty good. Honestly, Onion's probably fine for now, because Leafage is what, like 40? And it's reliably 40, whereas Bullet Seed is, well no, Bullet Seed's 25, 2 to 5. So that's 50 regardless. Yeah, so Bullet Seed is just better than Leafage for now. Statistically, more reliable. 10 points higher. Minimum. I don't think it has an accuracy problem. Yeah, it has no accuracy problem. It's just inconsistent on 2 to 5 hits. But its minimum is 50, because it's 25 and then 25, instead of 40, so you're not really paying any negatives on just taking that over Leafage for now. Would be a flying attack or a fighting attack? Feel like it would be flying. Well, it has the advantage of taking a million years to go through. That is true, yes. Alright, so let's go in here. Yeah, you must have beaten her. Alright, congrats. You're now an official member of the Jusmel Town Berry Club. If that's alright with you, of course. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Of course you're alright with it. This is the latest recognized berry enthusiast club in town. The largest recognized one. That means a great deal of people like us. Pardon my outburst, darling. I suppose I shouldn't call you that forever. What's your name? Nice to actually meet you. Here's a little something to get you started on berry growing. Got the Whalmer Pail. I don't know why every game outside of Ruby and Sapphire seem to have gotten rid of the ability to just, like, water things in a straight line. Like, you activate the pail and then you move left or right. And, like, basically every game after has just gotten rid of the ability to do that. It's very weird. And here's a bunch of mulch. Alright, so yeah, they sell mulch, berries, and mints. Mints are extremely useful and reasonably cheap. Alright. We actually do want, like, a thing of mulch. Okay, so they sell some basic berries. We need, I forget if it's Rost and I know it's Person. And then I forget if it's Rost or Asper. Whatever, I can just buy each one. Yep. We need the ice resistance berry at some point. Alright. Here's the important things. And this one. So yeah, mints change your Pokemon's personality, which lets them actually have a more accurate stat set. See what do you need them to do. So yeah, we can in fact simply gear our personalities now. So, and the fact that we have the stat editor means we can do whatever we want. Also, yeah, I should give you... I didn't realize you had Skill Link. That is a good ability for you to have and Bullet Seed at the same time. It is worth teaching you. $125 power, you say? Yeah. It is a weighty maneuver. Alright, I am going to fertilize the middle. And then... Person goes in here. We're gonna be up and down through here, so... Would like this here because my minor problem is we need to get a specific berry later. It's the only time in the game where we have to do this, so I would like to just be preemptively ready for it if possible. There we go. Now, I don't have any cash for Pokeballs left, but I've got a decent stock on hand. So yeah, Litten was a funny find. I was not anticipating that. Alright, before we pick a fight, let's save, because I believe she challenges us to a fight. Hooray! I see you've won your first gym badge. Since you left, Nico and I have decided to do some field research ourselves. Which means we're training up our own Pokemon teams. What do you say? Want to battle? Sure. Alright. To battle Romeo. Weasel! Alright, you're giving me a good start here. Onion has learned how to fire onions. We actually genuinely have like an actual like spring onion problem around here because they grow in all the beds. They are a massive pain to like dig out every year. Smells nice, but still a giant pain in the ass. Yeah, we put in, I think, 4 or 3 fruit trees this year. Because we got rid of the apple, because the apple got up. Somebody, like, never undid the wrappings on it, and they wrapped it too tight, and it cut into the bark and, like, messed up the tree. So we had to cut that down, and then we planted new trees. Onion Cat destroys otter with facts and logic, yeah. More of a water weasel than an otter. I do like this track. Oh, I'm not gonna recognize it, though. So I was trying to learn Fury Cutter, and I'm not gonna worry about it. I don't use you guys enough. Vulpix. So I got something for Vulpix. Let's go for Goop. But yeah, we planted a bunch of fruit trees, and I just got done cleaning up the raspberries, planting potatoes, and we're getting a crop of asparagus in. So, oh yeah, I forgot that they made Vulpix fairy type in this. Just like flatly. I don't know why Ninetales is fire and fairy instead of fire and psychic, but yeah, it's fine. Like, Ninetales has always had, like, learned Psychic and stuff. It's always had, like, this kind of, like, low Psychic lean. Kind of like Golduck. We already have Fairy in... We already have the Fairy-type variant, because that's... The Lowland Vulpix is Fairy and Ice. And unlike regular Ninetales, Alolan Ninetales fucking rocks, like, absolutely, just unequivocally. Because, like, Ninetales gets outshined by Arcanine being generally just kind of better statistically, but Alolan Ninetales rules because it completely has access to both weather setting. It has a weather setting ability, so it has Start Snowstorm, and then Start Snowstorm plus it gains access to Aurora Veil easily. And Aurora Veil is have all damage you take from all sources while up, and it basically lasts as long as the weather does. So, and then you do the weather extension item, and suddenly you're seeing where both a fire, an ice and fairy type special attacker takes half damage from all sources ability. And that's not also just like half sources on itself, it's half damage for your whole team. It's reflect and not barrier, light screen. It is reflect and light screen at the same time. Yeah. My brain was... I remembered barrier, but not light screen for some reason. Also, hey, Zero. Shields are gross. Yeah, seriously. They can make or break a fight. So, yeah. The fact that the Lowland Ninetales can just be automatically set. Like, you can just throw that thing and set for it. And in Gens 8 and 9, they got rid of Hail as part of the auto weather setup. Like, Hail's its own specific weather, whereas like the new generic ice weather is Snowstorm, which is just like a defense shift. It's just kind of like it's like rain and sun. Like it's just a generic weather phenomenon with no direct effects like that. So they made it so it's a lot safer to use. When Brick Break was broken before Brick Break got nerfed, yeah. Yeah, what a battle. Even against a strong type trio like mine, you still held your own. Looks like that gym badge really means something. Alright, another thing. Professor Elia sent me to give you this HM here. HM01. What you got for me? You can cut down small trees. Going back to the university? I'm doing the same. Me either. Alright. Also, you know what I'm sitting on, so let's use it. Here you go. Wants to learn Quick Attack. Honestly, don't really need it. Magical Leaf's doing the coverage here for special for the moment. White's good. Bullet Seed's doing the legwork. Yeah, I'm kind of fine without it. You're reasonably quick on your own. But you cannot walk around small trees. Yeah, I just planted 4, so, you know. They're kind of hard to get around. Especially if you put, like, you know, like a 3-foot, like, bedding around them, so you can't walk around. You know, you gotta go around the circle, the whole hassle, and then you put it in the middle of the road, and what am I supposed to walk in the mulch? Absolute madness. Okay, we haven't caught a Hoppip yet, so let's try that. Magical Leaf's probably a good idea here. Since it won't do, like, destructive amounts of damage. If it gets, like, another pip of health, I might be able to hit it. Alright, that's fine. I'm starting to think I have a phobia of small trees after that one time it was a Pseudo-Buddha that was because my vision was bad. I've developed a seething contempt for small shrubs. I did not. I legitimately forgot it was weed day. And I just put up... I just knew that I wanted a grass type because I wanted to leave my water type slot free. So I was like, you know what, I'll go for a grass type. And left it up to debate, and the only person that said anything was Tama, who, as you might have noticed, is Tama Cat, and picked Weed Cat. So, Weed Cat happened. So, while I personally forgot about it, Tama had me covered. Alright. I mean... Gotta be. Just dandy. Trisection of onion, cat, and weed, yeah. Kinda landed all the modifiers today. Also, its Evo is extra. Yeah, I've seen the evolutions, but I never actually, like... I haven't played with it, because I took Fuecoco when I played Gen 9. And when I first played this on update 1.1, I played it with Greninja. I took Frog. Yeah, so, one thing I will mention, and I've mentioned it before, is some of the audio in this game might be, like, weird, there might be, like, weird discordant, like, pitches and stuff like that. It's apparently because the ROM hack creator has, like, severe hearing damage. And can't quite tell. I've tried to tune it down a little bit on my end. I've tried to keep the volume as minimum as possible because there's like 1 or 2 tracks that also have like weird like artifact crusting in it. The main town that we're coming up on has like basically like when the loop ends, it has like a click sound to it that is not great. There's like 1 or 2 songs in this that are like that. But yeah, that is one thing I did warn about at the top. Actually, if you join late, it's fair. I'm just... It's one of those... It is what it is. I've tried everything in the book that I can find to take the edge off of it, but I just don't really have any solutions. I should just switch and use something else. You have Lick. Lick should be fine. I don't think Lick will be killer. Rub. Wow, that just kind of came out of me. Alright. I captured a Grubbin. You evolve into Bug, Bug, Vikavolt, into like a bag beetle thing. Yeah, I guess it's fine. Grubbin is from Gen 7. It is the Weedle of Gen 7, basically. It's your generic bug. Starter bug. It turns into an electric type. Electric bug with levitate. And we should heal up. Since Goop is not looking great. I forget if it's Thunderstone in this one or if it's like level it up in somewhere. Because yeah, that was how you evolved it in the original game, was that you had to level it up on the like... You had to level the thing up in like the second to last area of the game. Which is not great. For starter bug, that is a terrible evolution condition. You're just stuck with this thing as like kind of a ineffectual defense blob for like 40 levels. They did not think that one through. Alright, welcome back. And just Melia. All done, you're on your way to being a great trainer. Wanted to give you this. An ability capsule. Alright, those are handy. Lets you change the ability. Alright. I've been sending you back and forth a bunch, but it's a good idea. Alright, you should head west to Acrisian Mountains for extra training. After that, cross the bridge and go eastward. Alright. And go to Kalami. Alright, so I need to go to Salami Town to find the next gym badge. Alright. Metapod Gaming. Mewtwo's Metapod evolves at like level 10. And done. You have Metapod for 3 levels. Alright. That's it. Alright. Right, she gives you a thing when you have 2 badge. After all that bragging she's about her team. Ugh. Alright. Getting the Harvest Badge is a big step. Think about doing it ourselves. Here's a little congratulatory gift from us. From me. 3 nest balls. Those are not very useful for us right now, because we're, like, level 10. But hey. Check back in and defeat Pokemon, I'll get you gifts. Alright. So... let's see, we got Onion, we got Garlic Jr., we got Goop. You guys are a pain in the ass to catch. But if I fight you, that means I can check you out whenever I want. Alright. I'm gonna go beat up a small chimp. Oh, Shroomish. Okay, well, I'm gonna try to catch you. Lick probably won't kill it, right? Probably. Theoretically. Perfect. Exactly what we needed. Okay, that's one of the less offensive things that could have happened. I do have an ability capsule, but I have Weed Cat, so, you know. Onion's kinda filling in my grass lot. Loves to eat damp, composted soil in the forests. When you enter a forest after a long rain, you can see many Shroomish feasting on composted soil. Alright, I mean, you get the obvious name. Oh, gee. It's Mushroom Yoshi. I did not think of Bullet Seed for technician crimes, yeah. Yeah, there's a couple very gross arrangements you can get. Oh, that... Oh, no, there's... Every time I take a step. Hey, Fancy. Again, I need to lick. Hopefully it doesn't run away on me. I mean, that's fine. Come on, Garlic. You can do this. Just gotta wake up and lick it in the face. You're a cat, you can do that. You and your pointy, abrasive tongue. Hey, there we go, perfect. And you crit. Okay. Go. I think, yeah, my first playthrough of this, I used Phanpy and Donphan for a while. That's a piece of foam from the chair disintegrating. Like, I just have like this tiny piece of foam like stuck on my leg here. Alright. Phanpy. which I've historically always called Fanfi. It's just how I've always said it. I've already got a roller. And that's kind of Fanfi's thing, is it, like, rolls up in a ball with things. We have too many ground types that are also roll up and do ball. You know what? It like turned into like a wheel. Like the Donphan has like tire tread things going on. Yeah, engage and roll out, yeah. Yeah, I'll go for a wheeler. Turns into a wheel. Okay. Pony monkey. We just attack this thing. Well, actually, maybe. If it doesn't get knocked out from Magical Leaf, I can give it a shot. I'm fine with that. It's marked in the Pokédex as seen. That's the important part. Alright. Because, well, we do have to catch everything. Just having it marked down as seen is very useful for us after we beat the second gym. That'll be our big requirement at that point. Alright, I think you can swim up the waterfall. I've been trying every day. I've been holding this, but it hasn't made me stronger. Maybe it'll help you with something. Macho Brace, which doubles your EVs that you get at the cost of being slightly slower. I forgot if it's... I think it's like 2-point speed reduction, so it's like a 50% speed reduction or something like that. Yeah. Oh, come on. Almost there. Just pull it off. Come on. Stay in the ball. Okay, fine. Be a pain in the ass. Of course you use Pursuit, and then crit. Yeah, sure. Okay, so what are you called? I don't remember the name. Okay, that's a pretty good one. Alright. You're going to evolve. Or theoretically should evolve. Don't remember if Tier 9 has any nonsense going on. Alright, I know what I want to call you. Whack-a-nape. Good old Dragon Quest. Yep, alright. Onion's evolving. Florigato. Yeah, okay, Onion's clearly starting to lean into attack even more so. That's not just like nature difference at that point. Okay, so yeah, you are physical lean. Alright, so yeah, I will probably use an adamant mint on you. Actually, what is the prize for you? Like, what if I gave you the capsule? What is your capsule? Unnerve. That prevents eating berries. It's fine, but not great for an ability capsule. You have rivalry. Speed Sour is really good. But I'm not spending it on something I don't plan on keeping around. So yeah, I keep forgetting to give you the egg. There we go. Alright, so yeah, I'll keep Overgrowth for now, because that can still play into... words. That can play into... their special move, which is that physical crit attack. Group wants to learn Disable. That's actually not a terrible maneuver. I'll take that over Harden. This is an interesting remix on the Alpha Ruins from Gen 2. No, Pokemon keeps putting me to sleep. Pokemon's trained to throw rocks using psychic powers. Okay. I feel like we can do better than throwing rocks, but alright. Altoid and Drowsy, alright. Well, I think I have some pressing advantage here then. Less power of gun, more power of just type awareness. Altoid just fucking hates grass. Doesn't actually matter, because Ralts is fairy type too, which nullifies the dark weakness. Gun here is doing damage though. Junior wants to learn Fire Fang. Yeah, sure, obviously. Right, these got buffed in this game, so they actually have 100% accuracy. So they're actually, like, competitive with Fire Punch. Fire Punch just does slightly more damage. Yeah, I'll take that over Ember. Yeah, right. The Fang moves are like 65 originally, if I recall right. Orb Wound absorbs, that's good. Something other than an electric type attack. Everybody's asleep. Drowsy is more annoying than anything at this point. Alright. Have Rock Smash, but I have Rock Smash. Alright, someone should clean up these old rails. Okay, so good. Why don't you get on it, buddy? Okay, quick attack makes you less scary if that's your priority. Right, you're fairy type. Okay. You're complicating things for me. Yeah, Rock Smash. Okay, but now you're fairy type, so... Goop needs to learn a poison attack sooner than later. Don't crit at me, I don't appreciate that. Hell, for the most part, I haven't been appreciating when my team crits, thanks. Oh no, I'm turning into a TF2 guy. I have this fucking signs that say, like, say no random crits on them. Let's spray the battlements, no random crits. Until the server admins agree. Yeah, that's fine. I don't like random crits in Fire Emblem. That's why I get my crit chance up to 100%. Specifically build for 100% crit chance. Which is a thing I have done in Fates, because it was extremely funny to do so. Like, nothing quite hits like getting Blacksmith Rinka up to 100% crit rate with the goddamn crit, with the Killer Bat. And then, or Killer Club. Killer Club, and then you unleash them upon the wizard population with a modifier to specifically do extra damage and have basically improved accuracy and crit rate against and avoid rates against magic users. And then you're like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna slam dunk you into the fucking paste. Like, it's just too good. Funniest dumb Fire Emblem thing I have ever done. Mawile, in this game, Mawile ended up as a permanent party member, and Mega Mawile basically just turned to this game inside out for me. Like, Steel and Fairy type were really good, and then Megas just have, like, the stat advantage. in almost every fight. So yeah, in this game, Mega Mawile is completely cooked. Like, it just does everything you need it to do, period, with basically no weakness other than fire. 999 attack detected, basically, yeah. Because it has, what, huge power, and then it already has an insanely high attack. Like, it's... yeah. And then, yeah, Fairy and Steel, because it's immune to poison, which cuts out one of the big weaknesses of Fairy type. And it doesn't give a shit about Dark. It doesn't give a shit about basically anything other than ground and fire. And again, it's only mono weak, though, so it's not even, like, gonna be completely killer on those. Its defensive stats are pretty decent. Fire is a defensive nightmare for it. Yeah, I think fire is pretty much the only thing that's distinctly scary. But yeah. And even that's not entirely true, because I think Mawile learns, like, can learn Earthquake? I think it can learn Earthquake off the top of my head. Okay. Fire flying would be rough. Yes, that would definitely be the rough one. I don't think it has access to too many rock type moves. Let's see, Sandstorm. I guess Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb and Stone Edge. Rock Slide. Okay, yeah. So it does have fire flying coverage, it doesn't have ground. Okay, so I was wrong, it doesn't get Earthquake, but it does get a bunch of rock moves. Okay, it was the opposite of what I was thinking. But yeah, it basically has acceptable coverage for everything that isn't ground type, basically. Which even then, it learns Ice Fang. So, Ice Fang and Ice Punch... So yeah, Mega Mawile still has coverage. Even against the things it doesn't like, at least one of the things it doesn't like. Knock off 14 Punch, yeah. I'm gonna go for Magic Leaf, see if I can catch it. Worth putting in my team at least. The only downside to this new Sword and Shield, I feel like I remember giving my Mega Maw T-Punch for the laughs. That would have to have been in... because, they dropped Mega in Gen 7, or after Gen 7, so... But yeah, that had to have been Gen 7. That shouldn't be enough to kill it, because it's over half. Onion! Onion! Come on! Nah, they might have added it and then... Yeah. Yeah, you can't put it on Mega Mawile, because Mawile isn't... They got rid of that. Whatever, I can get it later. The important part is I have seen the Mawile, so we are okay. I mean, that is the most important part that I can confer, because as soon as we've seen something, I can guarantee we can get it back later. But we have to see it first. So, alright. When in doubt, we can come back after Gym 2 and pick it up. I'm like, I do all this carefully crafted math in my head and... crits anyway, and... Sure. Always like this for me. I'd like to point that out. That is an extremely consistent thing in my experience. I have, like, the worst luck. I am consistently good at getting good luck at bad times. Bad times to have good luck. Which is inevitably bad luck. Okay, come on, Rockruff. You just get caught. Come on, you're like the generic normal creature of Gen 7. Come on. Thank you. Ultra Sun and Moon. Okay, yeah, that would do it. I was gonna say, it had to have been Gen 7 if you're talking about Mega Ball Whale. You know, specifically as a Mega. Rockruff. Like one of three things Rockruff can become. More than I didn't remember having it in my moveset in Battle Tower. Yeah, that I get. Rush Jet. Yeah, so it's not Dogmobile material. I do promise that. If we get to Dogmobile, I'll know immediately. Yeah, I think Rush is fine. Have Rush and then we'll have Dogmobile. I forget if Dogmobile is in this area specifically. I know it's coming up soon. Yeah, speaking of, there's our Dogmobile. Just not right this second. Because yeah, the Emperor turns into Boltund, which is kind of Rush-shaped. Sneasel is probably safe right now. Oh, you're the poison one. Poison fighting. There you go. Boltund is great because you end up using it. You can actually use that thing for a very long time. Poison Sneasel is Hisuian, so that is from the Arceus Legends thing. It also has its own evolution, the Sneasler. Yeah, they just put ER at the end. A cool name. Instead of Weavile. Sneasler, while being a very dumb name, is actually a pretty solid Pokemon. Alright, Pokedex from all land Pokemon. Alright. Sneasel list when, yeah. Question of the ages. Fire from old civilization. Alright. Bring you a ball. Okay, I'm gonna beat you up and then we'll run back and heal. Sweet and Growlithe. Which is Growlithe, but it is rock type and looks like a Shaysha. One of like the guardian hounds. Anyway, Bullet Seed should be fine. Or mostly fine. This is all. I should not find that funny. Good one. That's our winner for the night. Tortuga, yeah, you don't need to change. The turtle. It's my favorite flavor of mech. I will stand to reason that there is no other superior shenanigans mech than the Tortuga. Nothing quite like making the enemy miss all of their shots and also having all of the fun shenanigan toolkits of a gremlin. And then also invest into your E-defense so all of your enemies' hacks get retaliated immediately with, get jammed, idiot. This just happens infinitely. No restriction on number of activations. Funniest thing in the world. Alright, Trumbeak. Alright, before we go in the tunnel, because I know that there is a trainer fight at the top of that. Oh, here we are. Bullaby. There was a thing earlier that I was thinking of. Yeah, here we are. That was it. Alright, light shouldn't knock it out. Yeah, that was a crit. That was a dark type. So be okay. You shouldn't faint from that. Alright, you I will name Chimera. Because Volibes evolve into Mandibuzzes, which are, you know, vultures. So they got the naked head. A little more fitting. There's Rockruff again. Yeah, how's Garlic doing? You're pretty close to evolving, right? Oh yeah, you're like right there. Like next fight you're evolve. Alright. I can pick a fight with the Sandshrew on the way in. Fine. There we go. Let's do a double kick. Yeah, sure. I'll take that over Scratch. Magnitude? Yeah, we can do Magnitude. I'll take that over Defense Curl at this point. I know Defense Curl is the thing that boosts attack damage, but subs at this point. Nope, Torcat does not evolve at 16. When do you evolve? Garlic does not learn how to become bipedal for another like 20 levels. Yeah, I was gonna say probably 18 at this point if it's not 16. mostly just came here to heal up. And maybe buy some Pokeballs. Yeah, buy some Pokeballs. Also, I realized it has been a minute since we've saved. Let's do that. Oh, there's a Woobat up there. Oh, hey! Ice Sandshrew. Sandshrew that is also ice. Well, I can always pull it up later. Fine. Go back here. You can get a funny Swoobat later, so I'm actually not that worried about that. Catching it here. Yeah, they are... Vulpix is Ice and Fairy, and then Sandshrew is Ice and Steel. You're in the right percentile, so... There we go. Alright, there's Woobat and Swoobat. Is that what I think it is? Timber. Probably the worst idea to do Magic Leaf, but... Nope, that was fine. Perfect. Exactly what I needed. Got a veiny little guy. Hmm. 2x4. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, I like that one. Oh no, there are trainer fights in here. Cave's all dusty and icky. Get me out of here. Don't go in the caves. Going in the cave is 100% a bad time every time. This is just a fact about caves. Oh, there we go. Crit when I want you to. And Ammonite? Oh, well, no, I'm not changing from my grass type at that point. I'm not stupid. It's an old man keeping cool secrets at the end of the cave. Okay. Oh, well, I have type advantage. Bite. Turns out this mirror is very weak to being bit. You can say that the mirror turns into a bell, and it's also not at all a mirror. Unknown, you say? This thing's either gonna... My luck is going to be super effective. Like it always is. Called it. Every goddamn time. It's super effective against whatever I'm using. I'm using a great ball to get you out of my way. Well, if you catch it, you can go to the backside of the different zones in Lummel. Ugh. Like, that is consistent every time I, like, try to catch one. It's always... just, like... gonna be super effective. I don't know why. Most consistent goddamn thing in the world. Anyway, we finally have Sludge, which is not great because it's a special attack, but... it's a poison type attack, so it's something. Still better than Pound, so... Alright, you are... You are one of the funny shapes that I don't remember. Is that a G? Yeah, I guess. What's the thing I can think of? Could be a G, yeah. If I'm wrong, oh well, because this game doesn't really account for it. Doesn't really account for that. Solve the puzzle to prove your worth. Okay. Congratulations, I've done this 100 times in a much harder format. This one's a little goofy. There is one that's going to take me a second. This one. Corner. Corner. There we go. At least it's not a sliding block puzzle. This is true. After having done all that in Wind Waker, yeah. I don't need to collect all the types. There's no benefit to doing that. I'm sorry, M. I'm leaving you behind. Past the deeper level, you must solve these ruin puzzles. I believes only those who are wise enough to understand the past should be allowed. I don't need to know anything about the... Well, I feel like part of the past there was the Kabuto one, and I finished it in like seconds. Alright, it is me, I am the wise genius. I know how to put 3 pieces of a puzzle into an already solved puzzle. Watch now, Esparta. The great protector of the mountain. A trainer will come soon to quell your thirst for adventure. Oh, what do we have here? Yes, Sparta, just as I said. Come forth, young trainer. This Pokemon is special among its kind. It has lived among the mountain here since I was a child, refusing to enter a Pokeball and trusting few. Many have called it a threat and spread rumors about a monster in the mountain, but it is wise to the ways we can't comprehend. Right to Sparta. Is this the trainer you wish to join? Okay. Okay, you're free to join them and see the world. Be well, Espartha. Congratulations, I am handing you an ostrich. Ostriches definitely don't kill people. Anyway, this means it can be used in battle instead of... Alright, so it can't be used in battle, but you can call it any time. Part of cost this amount. It's basically the Mach Bike, which, given how the maps are designed in this game, it sucks. I will basically never use this thing ever. Because there's nothing that actually needs the Mach Bike function in this game, so... It's basically just Bird Bike, but like the worst flavor of bike for a game designed in the way that it is. Unless that was changed in 2.0, which it might have. Who knows what has changed since I played this. Alright, so there's a Bronzor here. I thought there was a trainer fight up here. Yeah, there's too many nubbins to get caught on and to have to be really good and fast, yeah. It also still has that, like, wind up, so... Yeah, you can kind of... It's like a little bit of a wind up to it. So yeah, there's very few places that you can actually use it in a way that's reasonable. Got a feeling. Seed bomb, you say? 80, 100. Okay, yeah, that's. Sorry, I'm gonna ditch bullet seed because it's just consistent. I'm not gambling on 75. 75 or higher, it's just 80. Right. Alright. I think I'm roughly at the point where I just time to get rid of Magic Leaf. Cool. Yep. Alright, the Bronzor. Come on. Here we go. We traded gun for bomb. That's fine. Implements shaped like it were discovered in ancient tombs. There are researchers who believe that Pokemon reflected like a mirror in distant past. Alright. Reflected. But is it ground proof, fireproof, or ground proof? Yeah, that's a good question. It's kind of wild that those are the two options that you get on that thing. And then they made steel type No longer resistant to ghosts and dark type. Alright. I can't get through the funny rock. It's not like I've done a gym badge in between, so I think like that. Whatever. Alright, so I've gotten what we were supposed to come here for. It's the whistle. So we can heal up, poke around, think about changing up our comp a little bit, and then continuing onward to the next area. And I'm not going to worry about the Pokedex completionism until after we hit the second gym badge. Because the tool that makes that considerably easier will be at our disposal. Alright, so... let's see what we got here. Levitate. Okay, and it's got a good nature. Alright. Let's take Reflected with us. Instead of Sandshrew. Let's see, we have Garlic Jr. We are eventually going to need to at least shell Garlic Jr. for a little bit. Again, double typing. Orb is fine. Poison's fine. Drumbeak is evolved, so some advantages here. Skill Link on Bullet Seed. Okay, yeah, I think we're fine here. I forget if there's anything in the PC by default. Yeah, there is. Pretty potion. I'll take that. Anybody of interest down here? Up in the grass? Nope. Alright. I don't have Rock Smash yet. Alright, fuck you, small tree. There we go. Alright. I'm a step above trainers you'll find in the bronze fields. I hope you've been training. Maybe. Just I don't think you've been training much if you got Almanite. It's gonna destroy your whole ass with a grass type move. Again, I don't have to change. The Trapinch is interesting because there is a Mega Flygon in this. Somebody made a custom Mega for Flygon. Okay, 17. Alright. That's fine. Garlic Jr. is going to evolve into a Torracat. Alright. Got a decent enough moveset, I can actually start bringing you out. Interesting that some Pokemon are actually animated and others are not. Have like the little Pokemon Emerald style effects to them. Well, he knows it because Trumbeak actually is animated. And if it's one extra frame. Ooh! Okay, you're an early fun find. That's a friend-shaped thing. You can be extremely good. Dangmore is dragon and fighting. Like a worthy contender to be put in our like finalized team. They crash their scales into each other to communicate and get stronger. Ancient warriors collected their shed scales to forge shields and weapons. The Punch Dragon. Dragon Scale, that's defense. Yeah. It is actually like bulk. It's a bulk fighter, so it's decent physical attack, but you can basically just like buff the shit out of it with Dragon Dance or Swords Dance or even Iron Defense. Like you can goose up just everything about this thing at once, and then just like Sky Uppercut the shit out of everything. It kind of rules. Let's see. Yeah, maybe scale is fine, because like the whole concept of this thing is like it's basically in like MLR armor, basically. Okay, I am immediately, because I know it's another long trek area, and I'm putting you straight into the party. No, I want this thing around. I don't know if it's going to be in Final Party. I haven't given it too much consideration. There's one thing I know that I want in Final Party, and we'll probably find it soon on the way to the next gym. I will take that over Goop for now, I guess. This guy will probably be replacing Garlic Jr. if I don't think of something better. If there's any problem with Jangmo, Kamuo, its final form, is that its signature move is Clanger Scales, which is a special attack. It's an AoE special attack that reduces its defense, I believe, which is kinda bad. Like, I think that's the one flaw with it, is like, yeah, but then you want special move because it's, you know. the special move. But also, it's not very good. Anyway, the Galarian Ponyta. I have used Galarian Rapidash in a Gen 8 playthrough before. It is solid. It's Psychic and Fairy type. Which is a pretty strong combo. Because it does learn Psycho Cut. Which is kind of the thing it really needs. So, yeah. Spark? Not really a reason to take Spark over Thunder Shock on Group of all things. Yeah, you start Psychic and then you become Psychic Fairy when you evolve. I meant to come up with a name, and yeah, the wrong button. Bad. You can always name rate it later. Alright, always recycle your plants, because there is a quest to plant 200 berries. So, always be at it. Lepa berries are kind of one of the bigger prizes you can maintain floating around. Because Lepa berries are basically ethers for you. Oh hey, that works. That didn't really matter. Works for me. I'm not taking damage. Weird little meditation guy. Monkster. There we go. Alright, you know what, Monkst. Why not? That'll be it. Oh, Skepsis. That's also good. Minior. Still have no idea what color ours is. What Twinkle is. As blue. Lizzie wants to learn Pluck. Pluck is better than Peck, that's for sure. Cubchoo. I think also at least seen Cubchoo. Oh wow. Still holds. Don't like you're doing ice damage, but alright. We are holding. Come on, just stay in the ball. I don't want to keep dealing with powder snow, please. Come on. Stay in the ball. Okay. Don't let the thing that's resistant to fire out here. We'll go for the Great Ball because this thing seems to be a pain in the neck about being caught. Cubchoo turns into Bear Tick. I mean, I guess the obvious thing here. I'll call you Pepsi. Oh god, do I have to, like, invoke that the Coca-Cola bear was a thing? That, like, predates me, as far as I'm aware. Probably seed bomb you. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad I have Magic Leaf right now. Alright, come on, Yamma, you can get in the ball. Alright, this doesn't work, I'm just... simply going to destroy you and come back later. Having seen it is the most important part. Catching it can come later. Sure. Do that over Growl. Or can do funny things later, but not... Doesn't want to protect. Alright, I think Riverwalk Trail is where something I want to catch is. Occasionally surf Pokemon will show up here, so you don't have to surf for them. So that's nice. Let's get Woodsy out here and jab this thing. Sure, just use both of the support abilities. That's fine. Alright. Or Boach, which turns into Wish Cash. Oh, I keep doing that reflexively. I need to doing that. They get silly names. Alright, will you survive a bite? No. Alright, I've already seen a weasel before, so I'm not too worried about it. I can splash through puddles all day, huh? A battle? You can keep splashing in puddles if you want, but I'll take your money. That's fine. Alright, Onion. Oh, fake out. God damn it. Fake out, the most annoying move in existence. All while. Yeah, Garlic Jr. It's time for you to shine, finally. Go on. Not just get, like, tickled with snow. Yeah. Fisherman Marcus sent out Goomy. Okay, well, we have a guaranteed find for a Goomy, so that's fine. I wonder if the Goomy Pokedex is still bugged. Like 55 while raining. Yeah, I needed a seed bomb. There is one weird thing about this ROM hack, and you might notice by the fact that I have seed bomb already, is that there are a couple, like, Pokemon, I think, like, Spiritomb comes to mind. There's a number of Pokemon that have problems where, like, they'll learn, like, a really strong move at, like, say 30, and then at like 38, they'll learn a worse move. They learn like a worse move, slightly worse version of that move because they gave them like a niche, like specialty move from a different game. So like, words. Spiritomb learns Dark Pulse at like 38 or something like that. The bite flinched. I did a bite and then Seed Bomb. Yeah, the Spiritomb learns Dark Pulse at like 35, 40 or whatever. But at like 28, it learns 28, 30, it learns Fiery Wrath, which is an identical move, but at 35, but it's 85 instead of 80. So it just, it's the same exact move, but it does slightly more damage. So why would I ever take Dark Pulse? The move that it learns later. Yeah, there's a couple weird ones, like, note an important one is that Vibrava learns Bug Buzz, but Flygon doesn't, even though Flygon is supposed to know Bug Buzz, and it is actually extremely important that Flygon knows Bug Buzz in this particular game. A change that will make sense later. But yeah, there's a handful of Pokemon that got, like, other Pokemon's specialty moves. They vaguely make sense for them to have it, but they didn't really account for those moves also being better than the normal variants of those moves, basically. Psywave does varying damage. Prison's too niche to worry about it. I don't. Once to grab a quick drink of water. One advantage to the fact that I sleep badly and next to an air vent that blasts dry, cold air directly into my face is that I dry out really bad. So I've gotten a nice water bottle so I can actually just drink something in my sleep. Or, you know, when I'm in bed and don't have to get all the way don't have to go all the way down to the kitchen to rehydrate. So, it's come in handy a few times. It's, for stream and, tabletop purposes. You are a bad matchup. I have run out of drink. Otherwise. Alright. Oh wow, you barely survived. Rude. Survived just enough to give me poison powder. Of course, thanks. Yeah. I'll give you a lick for the 1 health that you survived with. You did. Oh, we could rule the swamp someday. I'm not sure you'd want to rule the swamp, but, you know. Up you are harder to find. Launcher. Go. Thank you. Alright. So it's a pistol shrimp. I'm going to call you Glock. As one does. That is a cuffant. I think cuffant is the thing I got They made it normal type in this game. It's normally, I believe, just steel type. I don't think the normal really adds a ton to it, but I'm gonna just throw the great ball at it, but we'll save this great ball for a thing that might be showing up a little bit later. Because that is the thing I want to put on the team. That is a guaranteed spot holder on the team for me. Alright. Metal elephant. I don't think Dumbo quite works. We're not operating with, like, big ear. Hey, Pink Ellie. It'll do. Okay, you are a trainer fight. I don't think picking a fight with me is going to teach you more about the wetlands, but alright. Alright, Electric Bird is... problem. I'm not fighting type yet. We have a bad... really bad nature. Alright. I'll give you Confuse Ray. That's need a little bit extra for this. Skywave can do like piddly piss damage, or it can do a decent amount. It's basically magnitude, but if you type in with the extra prompt. Wow, one turn. Sure, thanks, game. Yeah, see, Psywave can be great, and sometimes it's, yeah, awful. I was hoping for Psy Beam, but make do with what we have. You should be fine. Yeah, you're fine. This should hopefully do the trick. Once I get lowballed. Yep. Okay, if I can get the switch in advantage. Nightshade does fixed damage, so Nightshade wouldn't matter even if resistance worked. I'm not sure what was up with Psywave there. Nightshade is... it just deals your damage, your level as fixed damage. Which makes it really useful in, like, the 20 to 30 range. And then it kind of falls off. White should just finish you off. There we go. Okay, I think we're almost in the southern part of this. Oh no, it's the cops. I found the dinguses. Psywave is random damage values. I'm not sure why that's not doing the half damage on Psychic. Okay, Chatot is annoying because it's one of those that doesn't evolve, so it actually has like decent stats at this point in the game, which makes it kinda scary. I'd like to put it in its place real quick, but of course it's asleep right now. Please wake up, thank you. Oh, it is modular on level? Huh. I did not know that. I didn't realize it was modular on level. Like, I knew it fluctuated based on like, kind of like magnitude. But magnitude actually just does damage. Interesting. Okay, yeah, that explains a lot. Okay, cool. I am learning things. That's like, there's like a lot of like weird like trivia stuff, but I always kind of knew it. Like I always knew about, but like, and I've just forgotten. I just don't think I ever knew Psywave worked like that. Supposed to be... Oh, right, no, because you're fire and you become fire and psychic or fire and ghost. Double kick is fine. Oh, well, you're gonna love getting double kicked. Perfect thing to backpedal into. All according to Keikaku. I'll definitely be putting Garlic Jr. on here. On next week's. Because it means I'd have to stop and do, like, image editing to get that board updated. So I'll do that between sessions. Because I am not combing through 430 of them to have them on deck to just swap around at will. I apologize, but, not that dedicated to my craft. Talk to people so I can get side quests. Ronnie, the gym leader here, works constantly. Never take a break. Most psychic types have the muscle or brain muscles on other psychic attacks, yeah. The reflected does not. 17. So, yeah, honestly, Psywave kind of worked out for it there. Alright. Return closer to nature. Rediscovered Pokemon species. Alright. There's a Kabuto. It's like Kabuto Park or something. Hey, I think this Bone Sweet rooting around in the crates. Okay. Right, this is the... Pretty sure the thing I'm looking for is here in this class. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking of. I'm old. Here, have a old rod. Alright, I'll take that. Oh hey, an ability capsule. Alright, I'll take one of those. Most of the buildings on the side of the city are actually storage warehouses. Love the color yellow. Do this tropical yellow outfit for 3 grand. Thank you. So most of the outfits you can get for free if you do the quest. You're another one of these... Give me a heart scale, guys, yeah. You're not even the good one. There's a good one that's worth doing first before the others. I kinda do want the blue outfit. I actually quite like the blue outfit. But again, it will give me one. Ah, data management types. Nice. Okay, I forget what time of day it is, but I'm pretty sure it shows up right here. Hey, there's Crapinch. My friend and I do freelance work for Kisa. Okay. Need more information about Eevee and their evolutions. If you show me a complete Pokedex page of an Eevee. Yeah, sure, I know where to get an Eevee. Just a pain in the ass to find. Alright. I forget, what do you got? Netball, yes. 2 of those, please, and thank you. I need those. This guy sell extra Pokeballs. So, hey! Come here. Yeah! Alright, there we go. Got what we need. Alright, this guy's going on the team. Greenpot, as its name suggests, is extremely timid by nature. The merest shift in its sandy beaches or tide pools it inhabits is enough to send it scurrying away. It's going to suck for a while, but then it gets really good, and then it gets extremely good. And I know what to call you because you are, like, very Gundam coded. You are... the Gawk. Alright. We have acquired the friend that I wanted. The rest of this team comp is... we'll figure it out as we get there. But, Zagok is coming with us. We'll take you instead of Rebecca. Okay, so Funny Bug's gonna suck and isn't very usable now. But, I'm gonna give you an adamant... Actually, well, what is your nature first? Bold. No, I would much rather have adamant. Anyway, I'm going to edit your stats. I am also going to do this, because it needs every bit of help it can get for the time being. There we go. So, the problem with Wimpod, if you are unfamiliar with Wimpod, it flees at half HP. And then it evolves, and it becomes Galisopod. And Galisopod has emergency exit, which causes it to flee at half HP. But it actually has enough HP where that becomes kind of useful. Because what it does is it gains, when it evolves, it gains access to a high power priority move that's basically Fake Out. It's Fake Out without the flinch, but does a bunch of damage instead. And it's bug type, so it's a stab. So you can kind of see where the cycle on this thing is, and then you kind of like give it a healing item, like leftovers, and it cycles enough over if it actually maintains an aggression. So you can cycle it out by just being highly aggressive with it, and letting, as long as you can kind of calculate how much damage it takes. Also, it's bug and water, so it's decently resistant against a variety of things, but also kind of weak against a variety of things. So it's one of those. It's definitely an interesting gamble, but apparently Legends ZA added the Legends thing, the Legends Arceus sequel, added a Glisopod Mega Glisopod. So like I have to use that. It's mandatory. I goddamn love Glisopod. It's such a cool Pokemon. And then like it has a Mega form. Yeah, obviously, sign me up, Sailor. I'm down. Like, that's not even a question. I have to play with it. You're getting your Adamant Mint. Yeah. Adamant just gets rid of its special attack and favor attack. So it's not losing that precious speed that it has. It's just losing special attack, which is irrelevant to it because I'm not teaching it special attacks. This thing punches people real hard. It doesn't need special moves. So we got Zagok. So Zagok will now be a permanent party member. I'll let you follow for now. Yeah. There we go. We now have Wimpod. We have a tiny Isopod following us now. So yeah, I was hoping to get that on the first stream, so we didn't have to. So I could actually go dig those up and get those prepped. So yeah, I definitely want this little guy on the team. I'm gonna go beat up this Murkrow, but I am not gonna bother trying to catch that. These things suck to try and catch. They have like such a ridiculously aggressive like catch rate. Absolute ass to try and catch. And I need to catch it. It's just, I'm not prepared to spend the cash to get it right now. So, because even Ultra Balls bounce off these things. Real pain in the ass. I don't know why. They're just arbitrarily difficult to deal with. Alright, so I'm gonna knock this off here for tonight. I think we got 34 Pokemon caught, so we got plenty of new friends. We've got a new permanent party member, so we're up to 2 of those now. We got Garlic Jr. as like a backup party member option. Scales, I think, is also going to become a backup party member option as well. Even if Scales' current personality's bad, but we'll fix that in time. Bulletproof is also pretty solid, so, because that just makes you like immune to certain attacks. As does Soundproof, those just negate certain attacks. So that's actually generally, either of those abilities are quite good. I'm moderately curious. Does the capsule do anything for our boy? or gal here. Won't have an effect. Okay, doesn't do anything. Its ability is too unique to itself to have another ability. Alright. Okay. Well, our trials and tribulations to come with having to deal with Wimpod will be many and coming. But for now, I'm gonna knock this off here for tonight. So yeah, I seem to have had a larger than average stream, so you know, glad people got to hang out and had fun with this one. Anyway, yeah, yeah, we got to learn about Psywave, so that was an interesting one. Anyway, yeah, I will update our little sidebar here with new friends, and that'll be that. And I will see you guys Friday and Sunday for more Darksiders, and then more of this in 2 weeks. We know the deal by now. So yeah, good night. Catch you guys later, and I'm glad I decided to do this one. It's cute and it's fun.